Mine's going to be a little bit bigger. So easiest way is just going to press this in. I rolled this slab on the slab roller. Remove your extra clay. It will stick to the banding wheel, so just put paper towel underneath it. And I'm going to go ahead and start by building the base and putting it on there. All right, now I'm going to show you how to roll coils. Okay, the key to rolling coils is having fresh clay. If it's even the bit dry, it's not going to work. So take the coil, roll in your hand a little bit, just to kind of get it into a little bit skinnier cylinder. Then, I think it's easier to roll when you're standing up. Also, don't roll on the canvas because it just gets bunched up. So the only thing you need your canvas for is for rolling out a slab. Make sure there's nothing on your table. And when you're rolling, you're going to be using just the palm of your hands. If you use your fingers, it tends to make knuckle marks, okay? So I'm just using the palm of my hand, and I'm really just resting my hand on the coil. I'm slightly pushing, but I'm not like really pushing, okay? Now, watch what my elbows are doing. Really moving. It's like rowing a boat, okay? Sometimes what the problem that people have when they're making coils is they'll just do this, okay? See that? There's barely any movement with my elbow. What happens if you just do this is your coil will get flat, and it will start to make this thumping sound, okay? So your coils should be perfectly silent if you're rolling good coils. If it's making a thumping sound, then that means it's flat in one spot, and that's not going to be a good coil. The only way to get it not flat in one spot is to make sure that you do lots of elbow movement, because you want to make sure, and I'm going to draw a line here, okay, that when I'm rolling, it just went around one time, 2 times. So that's a minimum of the number of times it should go around. So if I'm rolling from here to here, it's 1, 2, 3. So I'm doing about 3 complete rotations on my coils. Starting from the center, rolling out, starting from the center again, rolling out. If you have one spot that's a little bit thicker than another, just go back and push that area again. But that's a pretty good coil. Okay. So my first coil is just going to go right here, right? So I'm going to take this. The banding wheel makes work so much faster. So definitely get one. I'm going to score this too. All right, so first coil you really want to score and slip on. And then remember, in my sketch, I decided that all of my coils are going to be smoothed out. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, when you get to the end, you can either keep going like this. If you're just going to smooth them all out anyway, you can just keep going. Or if your coils are going to be showing, then you'll want to cut it off. Okay. Next coil. Now I'm going to want my coil pot, you can see, to start gradually getting wider and wider and wider. So here's how you do that. If you want your coil pot to just go straight up and down, you'll put it straight on top of the coil below it. If you want your coil pot to gradually start going out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly hang this coil off the edge. Not far enough off the edge to jump, but just kind of hang it, okay? You see how it gets a little bit wider? Okay, the other way, if once you want to start going back in, because my coil pot will start going back in, is instead of putting it right on top, you're going to put it slightly hanging off the inside. And if you do that a little bit with each coil, it will gradually go in. Okay? Again, not enough to fall in, but that's how it goes in. That's how to make it go out. Okay, one more coil, and then I'll show you how to connect. Okay. Like she said, if you're going to leave all of your coils showing like this and not smooth them out, then yes, I would have to score and slip this one to that one. Otherwise, it's not going to stay, and your coil pot will just break apart when it's dry. Okay? So you have to either score and slip or do what I'm about ready to do. I'm getting a little bit wider. Okay, to get these to stay together, you either have to score and slip them, or you have to marry them. Marrying is best done with this tool right here. I like to use the rounded part of it. I'll put my hand on the outside of it to support the wall, and then I'll go in a downward direction with the tool. You can also go upward, whatever works. Make sure you get that bottom coil also blended in with the bottom. Keep your hand on it, and it's much faster if you marry 3 or 4 coils at once and just go all the way around. Put my hand on the inside to support it, and either go upwards with your tool or downwards, whatever works, as long as you're getting those coils blended together so that you cannot see the individual coils anymore. So to keep getting this coil pot to get bigger and bigger, I'm going to make it slightly hanging off the edge. Not laying the coil directly on top of it, making it hang off the edge just a little bit each time. So you can see it's getting bigger. It's slightly getting bigger each time.
What? Come on. No.
Okay. Alright, the last part of the coil pot, when you've got it mostly smoothed out, and it's pretty leather hard, nice and stiff, it's about half wet, half dry, is to take a bowl of water and a piece of leather. So there's 2 sides of the leather. There's this fuzzy side and the smooth side. you're going to use the fuzzy side. It's kind of like waxing a car. I use as many fingers as I can, covering it, and I'm going to do small circles. I still got my hand in here pushing against it. This is going to wet it down a little bit more, so it'll get a little bit softer and more flexible, but it's going to make it look really nice. Every once in a while this gets dirty, so just wash it off. That's why I have water.